reshade, and I realized I don't have it on this computer.
No.
Yeah, I never installed it on this one.
By the way, have you seen the presets that Kyla Easton has come out with for Medieval?
I have not. You'll have to maybe put those in the group chat for me. Because
her stuff is amazing.
I've been meaning to check out the website that's like SSO Reshade or something like that, or SSO Revamp. There's some website. I have it pulled up on my phone, and it won't let me look at it on my phone because it's for computer downloads.
So let me show you. So this is let me show you this one. Copy link. I will link it in the voice chat here.
Because mine,
but this is
the
one of them
ones that I had worked out pretty decently.
Mm-hmm. This is one that I currently have, and I love it so much. And then she's got, if you just go to her page in general, you can see she's got 6 that she came out with for the medieval stuff. Her stuff is so good, highly recommend. And it's only €1 to €2 per.
Oh, that's not bad.
And she sells through Coffee.
Okay. Let's see.
And several of them, the playable autumn one, has a rain animation going on.
Oh, that's
which
fun.
Is really fun. Mm-hmm.
Turn my in-game volume up because I heard there was some fun sound effects for the jousting.
Oh, are there?
I assume, I did hear some stuff about the actual lance and stuff, that the lance makes a pretty satisfying noise.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, I just looked at the one that you just sent. I think I did. I think I did see one of her pictures. I think on Facebook she posted either her or somebody that has some presets like hers. Or
from her, yeah.
Yeah, that they posted a really fun shot of the Black Ardennes.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, her highly recommend any of her stuff.
Yeah.
She's predominantly the creator I use. I've tried a couple others, but I think she's my favorite.
I'm gonna go ahead and follow her on my business account because that would be useful.
Yeah, a lot of her presets through Coffee are the whole pay what you want for them, so you can pay nothing. But I always give her something because it's a side thing that she does.
Right.
Oh my god.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, these squeakies.
See, okay, I love the tack that they came out with, specifically for this event, the armored stuff. I was so unsure about how it was gonna look on a black horse because it's a weird thing for me where I'm on a black horse I need to either have dark brown or black tack.
I understand.
But I've seen that tack on other somebody, they're behind us right now, but they have the chestnut Lipizan with this tack and the red saddlecloth. That is stunning.
Oh yeah. Yes, that is really
fantastic.
Okay, so I was thinking about using this, what we had just gotten, but I think this goes nicer with the red than it does because of the hardware.
Yeah, because of the gold hardware.
But it's like a bronzy, coppery.
Oh, it is. It's almost like a rose gold. Yeah.
So I'm torn, but I'm I want to be blue, so I'm I guess I'm going to use this one.
I am not a yellow person. I don't hardly ever go for yellow things. I don't know. I really liked the way that this tunic looks. I will probably go back and buy all of them because I did calculate it, and I figured out. Unfortunately, it's kind of a shitty deal to get the star coin deal that they have right now. Because when you consider the fact that double star coins gets you 10,000 star coins, and if you bought every single piece of tack, you'd only come to roughly 1,400 star coins. So for them to be like, oh yeah, $64.99 for all this tack plus 5,000 star coins, you'd still like you'd get more bang for your buck if you just waited for double star coin.
Right, which I understand though. It's like they're banking on the whole first immediate release people that need to have it now. Which, let's be honest, we have a lot of those in.
Exactly.
In Star Stable.
I didn't think that stuff was going to be in the global store, and this is kind of we can kind of go into that because that was before Courtney got into the group chat. It's like I'm sure that a lot of people were under the impression, same as the two of us were, that when you went and picked a house, like the only gear that would be available would be the saddle, the bridle, probably the leg wraps, whatever, and then the white knight errant tunic.
Yes.
And because they pushed the pick a house thing so much, I thought it was going to be that, okay, whatever house you ride for, you're gaining reputation to unlock the outfit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they easily could have done that, and maybe because this is technically, like, it could be a faction thing, is maybe in the future, each house is going to have their own tack set.
Right, which would be cool.
Yeah. Because then, like, I could see, like I was just saying, like, okay, the black and yellow one is, I don't know if that necessarily goes great with the light brown tack, but a black tack set that's armored.
I gotta say though, like, when I put the armor on, I'm like, dang, my character looks hot in this.
I know.
Like,
I love it.
I'm like, I need more shoulder pad things because, like, dang.
No, they look great. I did some edits on my when I was on my laptop earlier, and it was just so fun to, like, play around with. Like, I put the white hair on because I figured, I'm like, oh, I can, like, Photoshop that into most any color. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really good, honestly, with the yellow and black.
The blonde I had on before was really nice too, but I tried the red, and it was just the wrong color red.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it, no. Alright, Bonnie, let's do this.
Let's see what we got here.
Okay, Bonnie, you're gonna go slow. I'm not waiting for her. Oh, and there's an inventory over here. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I did see that earlier, which is nice.
Yeah. They also, I don't know if you noticed, but they have room for, like, 3 more horses over here, so I know for sure we're probably getting the Frisian Sport Horse and the Gotland.
Yes. Yes.
So,
yeah, so we might
they'll put another one over here at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, where am I going, Bonnie?
One thing I wanted to mention, so back to what I mentioned about people that, like, want things now immediately. So many people were complaining that nothing, like, hardly anything was released with this update, like, as far as stuff to do, but I'm sitting here going, did you not read the roadmap they provided?
Yeah.
Yes, there's more stuff coming for this. Yes, you have to wait. Calm the heck down.
I know, I love the people that are like, that's it? What do you mean that's it? Look what you promised us. It's like, okay, but that's why they put the roadmaps out. That's
and also, there was someone complaining about the dragons being 450 star coins, but, like, that's a new model.
Yep.
They're playing with bat wings, not feathered wings.
Yep.
Or bat-like wings, I should say. Where, I don't know if you noticed in the spoilers for that, the air actually catches those edges, like, where they move.
Not. I'll have to go back and look.
It's so
Or actually, like, maybe... I know they're hanging out over here.
Well, I mean, like, when they fly.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because they're
over
here flapping.
Like, but, like, the edges of their wings, when they glide, like, the edges actually move.
Oh,
like,
nice.
The webbing in between. Which I thought was a really cool touch. But it's an entirely new model. You know, it's an entirely new like animations, character design, of course it's going to be 450 star coins, and I think that's incredibly fair, especially for something as complex as these dragons are.
Plus, it's like it's a big pet too. Like it's a big that's actually like a pretty damn big creature.
Did you see the big one on top of the tent? Yeah, it looks like that's supposed to be the mom or something.
Yeah. So something that I think is fun is like even though I don't. Oh, I wonder. Okay, two thoughts. Same vein. I wonder. I wonder if the dragon Frisians will find their way over here eventually and just be permanently in game over here, because I know they're supposed to come back.
They did show that in the video when they showed their their whole trailer thing. They were in the video, so I think they are coming. So that might be
might actually be the spot over here by the tent then. For the two horses, because then the Frisian the Frisian sport horse and the Gotland would be over here by the Ardennes and the Lippy. Second part of that was, even though I don't particularly care for those Frisian wilds very much, I do really appreciate the fact that they like made two of the dragons go with those.
Yeah, I love that.
I thought that was a really nice touch. That's like, hey, like, we know that we're not going to redo these or anything, or probably use these color palettes again, but here's some dragons because you guys wanted them the first time.
Right. And I mean, and the fact that they actually took the time to actually give us dragons rather than just repanning the panda rays again, like, just be grateful, people. Come on.
Yeah. This is it's very neat. It's very neat that they actually did that. And some people, you guys want some cool fantasy pets? Here's dragons.
Well, and also I saw a couple comments where people were saying that this event doesn't fit Star Stable, like lore wise, and I'm like, what makes you think that? So when AD first, created the bond between horses and humans, you don't think there was a medieval civilization?
Literally,
at one point,
I'm staring at a castle.
Right?
I'm staring at a castle right now. And then on top of that, all of Jarlaheim is literally a medieval fortress.
Right, so how does that not fit?
Hello?
And also the fact that this is permanently in the game, people were saying, oh, you had a chance to connect it to the Golden Hills Castle and whatnot. And it's like, can you give them the chance to do that? Like, stop?
Ooh. Okay, so we'll do a practice.
Because right now, story-wise, main story-wise, they're working on the whole gear up against Garnock thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course they're not going to give us anything story-heavy right now.
Oh, my game is so glitchy right now.
But as soon as maybe after we finish the thing with Garnock, maybe that's more storylines they can add,
I
mean, heck, we still have unreleased areas.
The game is so slow.
But I mean, heck, we still have unreleased areas, like Ashland and all that.
Did I miss a target? Where the fuck?
Are you doing the jail screen right now?
Yeah. Because it had me get the one on the corner. Oh, it's down the hill. Okay.
Oh, okay. Good.
I thought they were gonna have you actually do it like a joust would be, where you loop. But nope. Okay. Because they literally put a loop in the track. I thought, I was like, okay, I'm ready. I got this. No, wrong. Okay. Ah! Let me in. Oh man. Ah! What is happening? Let me stay in the game. Damn it. Oh my god, leave me alone.
Oh, okay. I do love that it explains the knight errant house, how it's the one that just can't decide on what house.
I'm gonna murder Star Stable tonight. For some reason. Oh, only available after making your pledge. Okay, well I have to make the pledge, so we're gonna do the wolf one. Oh, so a reward is a specific color lance.
Oh, that's cool.
That is neat. I just wish that there was some gear to it.
I really can we just like appreciate like the fact that we have a shield and lance too?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's not just like ride through the target. It's like, okay, you actually have to aim. Exactly. You have a lance in your hand.
Oh, that's cool. So you actually earn points for your house. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, you do. Once you pledge, you ride with that lance no matter what. Okay.
That's so cool.
That is cool. Once I get like back on my laptop and I have reshade, I'll probably have to do this race and get some good pictures with the lance, because like as long as you stay within the time limit, you could probably take that lance anywhere.
Oh yeah, people have done it, I think.
Yeah. Oh, the amount of people that are on is... Oh my god.
I know. Might have to swap to a different server if this is gonna be in...
Yeah. Say streaming might be rough tonight. Hello, can I go again?
Alright, so I'm going to try out jousting now.
Okay, so no, I can't go again. Once per day.
Hit the targets, gather points.
Yeah, upon being knighted, you'll claim the lance of this house.
So question, to hit the targets, do you just ride towards them, or do you have to click them?
You just ride towards them and just aim your lance at them. Yeah.
Got it.
I'm assuming you can sit in the stands too. I'm gonna take a look at that and see. Here we go. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's an old Jorvik Gazette over here with some of the old Star Stable or Starshine Legacy art.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's no characters or anything, but I can definitely tell that it's old. That it's some of their older art. Okay, you can sit in the stands. Oh, that's neat. That's fun. All right. There we go. Yeah, so I think that's really all there is to do right now. But
right.
I would assume that they'll probably add another race or two before the end.
Oh yeah. I wonder if they'll add it later to where we can just like carry the lance and the shield as well.
That would be fun. Like, although they did
like
say they're like, hang on, because one of the roadmaps is medieval paddock props, and I'm wondering if that's going to mean like that we can use like that it won't just be a prop for like the arena, that maybe like there's something we can grab or something.
Right.
Okay, so okay, yeah, Paddock Island got props. I gotta go back to the roadmap. Okay, September 18th. Forgotten Fields provides new opportunities to embrace your medieval fantasies. Choose from 3 distinct medieval-themed paddock variations. Okay. Don the garb of a true knight with new medieval attire. And select from 2 additional noble coat variations.
Okay.
So, I don't know if that means we are getting more tack. Because it doesn't seem like that's been a thing that people found in the game files.
We do have that princess set. That's
yeah. Other than that, that might be what they're talking about. The fair maiden stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you noticed. They did add way more than just the medieval tack this time around. unless they added it last week and I completely missed it. But they added... If my game would stop being a piece of shit, I'd open the global store.
They added the cottage core stuff, or the hobbit core.
Yeah, but there's actually... Oh my god, I wish I could open the damn game. What is happening?
Let's see.
So they added like 3 or 4 new variations of Iberian saddles and dressage saddles with saddle pads, bridles to match, and clothing.
Yes.
Like that all just got randomly dropped into the game. I don't know where
it
that
got
came
dropped
from.
It got dropped the following week after the first drop. Okay. So when we got the first hack with the Frisians, it was the following week.
Okay, because like they were really quiet about that.
Yep.
Yeah, they were really quiet about that. It's cool stuff. Like I bought one of those saddles today to use. I love it. It's great. Yeah, I've got the spinning wheel of death in the game, guys. Stream might end early tonight if I can't move. Like, still gonna look at the roadmap though. Yeah. So the
but no, people must be taking pictures with people must be taking pictures with screenshots, because I tried taking a picture during the race.
Oh, is it?
And it wouldn't go into.
Darn.
So, but it says like our reward is the lands, like, so I mean, maybe we get it after we complete all the points.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, but yeah, people must have been taking screenshots, because there's no way. And I don't even know. God, I honestly, like, people that can, they must be playing on mobile maybe, because to do it that way, because like I have a hard.
I know I can hardly take screenshots
with that versus bottom mode.
I know Lurie said she's gonna be on soon, but like I will probably, if it's gonna be this laggy, like having OBS open is just not gonna be the way to go. So I will probably switch on to my laptop earlier than expected. I guess we can kind of talk about we've talked about the medieval event a little bit, and I know it's just you and me in here now, but like we're the ones that do all the talking anyway half the time. What do you think of the Frisians?
I absolutely love them. Like I find that the more I'm riding them, the more I use them, like I'm in love. Like, and honestly, they're so beautiful and elegant that I can forgive like certain things, like the leg cutting into the chest during the canter.
Yeah, that's kind of like I feel about the same way. Like I think everything other than the leg clipping into the shoulder is kind of like, it's kind of a big no-no, but like I mean, it's a black horse, like how much are you gonna see that anyway? The mane is still a little bit stringy noodly for me, but I feel like you're gonna get that with anything that has a long mane in this game, just because of how they rig stuff. So like that's not exactly avoidable at this time, you know. It's not like we're dealing with some AAA game that's gonna do like extensive hair physics. But
okay, there you are. You're roboting like really bad.
Oh no! Yeah, my game was shot.
No.
Yeah.
But anyway, last I heard you say was that you felt the same way about the Frisians. Like the more you play them.
Yeah, the more I ride around on it, the more I really like it. So I can forgive the things that we would normally kind of get really, I don't even want to say nitpicky, because I feel like there is very valid criticism there that's not nitpicking.
Right.
But I guess like yeah, the leg clipping into the shoulder is something that I don't necessarily quote forgive, but like I can live with, you know.
Like, and I know when I had watched some reviews that people gave their opinions on them, like I know a couple people said about like the mane being clumped again, but be honest, like, I'm glad they released that game blog where they showed, like, that there are, like 8 points in the main alone. And that's a lot. And also, if you've ever seen a real Frisian with a really long mane, there are no individual pieces of hair. The hair grabs onto itself, and it does clump together like that in a real Frisian when they run. So... I love how clever they were with how they separated the mane, because in certain gates, like when I'm walking forward, my reins go in between the mane. I'm not glitching through it. And I love that. I love that they actually thought that out.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I love the mechanics of it, you know, versus the Jorvik Frisian especially. And the same with the tail too, and a lot of people were saying, you know, about it being a clump, but I mean, like, again, with real Frisians, with hair that thick and heavy, the hair does not really separate. It entangles on itself, unless you braid your Frisian's mane all the time, and then let it down where it's in little pieces like that, like, it doesn't stay.
Yeah, no, like, the mane, yeah, it might be a little bit clumpy and noodly, but the thing that we also gotta remember is, like, this is not some AAA game with ridiculous hair physics. You know, they have to find that perfect medium between stylized and realism that that they can work in between for not just the models but the animation. So,
and honestly, like, I would like if they came out with a horse model where it was more hair detail or hair splitting, like, just for the work of that alone, like, I would be fine with them charging over 1,000 star coins for a horse, you know what I mean? And people complain about the prices now, and it's like, we're paying like $30 a horse, and that's, like, you know, of course, rounding up, but, like, that's fair for me, like, that,
I mean, you're paying for a completely new 3D model, you know, with unique animations, in a variety of colors, with
and every color is
hairstyles.
And every color is done from scratch. They have to completely shade it differently because of the model.
So yeah, like, I totally get it. I do see a question in the chat, because I'll probably my game is lagging so bad, guys. So I'll probably hop off stream in a minute here. But I did see that you guys were asking about what am I gonna have in the store for Halloween. I'm working on getting my Halloween event kind of put together. I have some customs that are in progress right now. I have 3 stickers that I'm gonna drop. Probably two of them will probably drop within the next couple weeks here, and then one will be available during my big custom drop. I don't know if it'll actually show up on camera right now. Yeah, I can actually tease. I showed this to Ashley earlier really quick, but this is one of the stickers that's going to be dropping. This is so pretty. This is Marvelloso. He looks like he's really big. Like, he looks like a really big sticker. It's purely because he's bowing that he's like half the height of one of my normal horses. So I keep comparing him to, I have some wishing horses left over, and they are the exact same size. Like, height and width, they're the exact same size. I can overlay them together, and they're the same size sticker. But because he is bowing, he's literally half the height. So, like... the scale's off, but he's no bigger than what my stickers usually are, I promise, even though he looks huge. But this is the pixie dust material. I wanted to use this on a sticker, and I thought that doing it on this skeleton overlay would be really, really cool, and I can promise you that in person it is really, really cool. I've been teasing Hades, my custom Vermeer. That's gonna be fun. I'm working on... What
do you think about us getting the Smitty wool?
Hmm?
Did you hear me at all?
You cut out, like, partway through.
Okay, I said, what do you think about them giving us this medieval event? And I say event, but it's here permanently. But instead of the birthday.
Okay. I personally like it because I feel like the birthday event has always kind of been a waste of my energy. It was fun the first couple times, and like, yeah, I've been playing the game since 2017. I know people have been playing the game longer, and they've got their little nostalgia goggles on that, oh my god, we don't have a birthday festival this year. But then you guys are the same ones complaining that there's nothing new at the birthday festival. So,
right.
I don't mind the fact that instead of a temporary festival for their birthday this year, they have given us a whole new area. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Like just think of like the birthday grounds, but permanent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so this is something they can continue to add to, like, continue to give us things with, maybe add some story elements later once they finish with this Garnock bit.
Yeah.
And like, no, I totally agree. The birthday event was like, I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. It had a lot of like mini stuff.
That was fun. Like doing the trivia thing with everybody, like when we would do it in a group, was really fun. But like when I was doing it by myself, you know, on the days we weren't streaming, it was like, okay, zoom, done. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how much can I get done in a short amount of time? Yeah, so I'm totally okay with this change of pace. Like, we'll probably get back to a different type of birthday festival next year.
Right.
You know, and I also kind of wonder, like, with some of these festivals that have been in place, is I don't know, and I don't know if this is how games work, but I know, like, working in Photoshop and stuff like that, like, you can turn layers on and off, and stuff is already, like, it's the same as it always was, but you can just turn it on and off. And I don't know if that's something that they can do, you know, like, like, oh, the birthday overlay is just all this stuff is already placed, we just need to upload it to the game. Because I don't think, you know, I don't think everything is individually placed every year.
Right. No, I agree. I do think that there's some kind of like switch or whatever that they can turn on kind of deal. Or hotkeys or whatever.
Yeah, because like if they if they really wanted to and do something like completely crazy again like this for a future birthday event, I really wonder if it's a thing where they could be like, yeah, we'll also give you like the party area in Moreland too. You know, we'll just turn that on. Yeah. Well,
and also, you know, people saying like, oh, the birthday's completely missing now. It's like, it's not though. They gave us the birthday horses permanently.
Yep. And they gave us the sweater.
The pets are here. Yeah, the pets are here permanently. The clothes will be put in the global store permanently, like the past ones. So like past birthday ones, I mean. But yeah, so I mean, they're not keeping it from us. It's just they're doing something different.
Yeah.
And I mean, just because it's not in the way you're accustomed to doesn't make it bad.
Yeah. Plus also, like, the same people that are ragging on Star Stable for not giving them the birthday event are the same people that constantly rag on them for not having new stuff for us to do. So like, pick, you know?
Right.
Be mad
it's one of those things it's one of those things.
Pick.
Right. It's one of those things like poor Star Stable's damned if they do, damned if they don't.
Exactly.
Like it's like people like just like they said, the reason why they made this event permanent is because players were asking for things to be left permanently in the game, and a lot of other people are mad that this thing is permanent. It's like, why are you mad? Right. First off, it gives you time to clear your inventory when they do the inventory update, so you don't have to rush and try and get all the outfits and things.
Yeah.
You don't have to rush to get the horses. They're permanently here.
Yep.
Same with the dragons. Like, why are you unhappy about that?
Yep.
And you have time.
Not to mention the fact that I don't know how many of us have been begging for years for, like, Ren Fair gear. You know, like, like armor and, you know, I mean, yes, we got the medieval bridles and we got the Iberian saddles. That's great. But there was literally nothing for our characters. So, you know, granted, I do have some nitpicky things about the current armor, But like now we have this armor in the game. I got a network error. Kick me off. It was lagging long enough. Kick me off. That's okay.
Well, the cool thing about having this armor now too is now they have the template and they can make armor that's like got detailed carving and stuff on it now.
Exactly.
And like give us more later, like, and yeah, and I mean the fact that they even have armor is a big deal because this game, aside from a few like magic implements, is not a combat based game.
Right.
So for it to have any kind of elements like this is pretty big.
Yeah, and like the idea of a Ren Fair, the idea of like there being a Ren Fair in Jorvik, like it's just such a like they could have done it so long ago because like it literally like it doesn't even have to tie back to any deep lore or whatever. Jorvik exists in our world, separate from everything else. So like there's Ren Fairs in other places regardless of whether or not Jorvik had knights. You can still have a Ren Fair. I highly doubt there were any knights in Michigan, and yet we still have Ren Fair.
Well, like, and people, I saw somebody complaining about how, like, you know, oh, so you implemented this mainly for people doing roleplay? And it's like, well, okay, first, because they were saying about it should be Star Stable's job to produce content for us to play rather than expecting the players to produce their own. Which I get, but at the same time, I'm like, do you realize Ren Fair is like, it's, for many, it's LARPing. It's live action role playing. It's cosplaying. It's, you know, it's living, essentially trying to live in an era that no longer exists. Like, you know,
if anybody tells me that they haven't wanted to ride around on Jorvik like a knight, you're lying. You're lying.
Absolutely, you are. I saw people making edits like that, like way back, like when people started getting into the Silverglade Castle, like when they opened that up, like ever since then, it's been a thing. The only one thing I really would like, now that we have the knight stuff, one thing I would like to see from Star Stable, and I know I'll never get I don't think I'll ever get the full thing. So like, we have skirts for outfits. I want long skirts.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm talking like if they can't implement.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if they can't implement a full length skirt, I would like to see a high in the front, low in the back skirt at least. Yeah. Where it goes over the horse's butt.
Yep. Like an actual riding skirt, how those work, because that would be fantastic. Right.
Yeah, and then because that also leaves the front of it kind of like our skirts we have now, and then long in the back. Like it's eventually maybe, and this is also probably not likely, but I mean, hey, I can dream, right? Yeah. Side saddle implements would be awesome.
That would be interesting. I know, like the easiest thing to do with that, I think, as far as animation, would be to like have the character get on as normal and then like clip, like go right to the animation of sitting sideways. But you know, people would be so pissed of like, oh my god, what do you mean they like just like snap into place? I want a totally unique animation.
Right. Well then, but you also
which they
but you also wonder
could
like
do, but
right. And I mean, I think it would be cool just for the you know, the just to have it.
Yeah.
And also, like, you know, because I've seen people do edits, you know, with their characters wearing these long, pretty dresses. And I'm like, man, wouldn't that be nice if we could actually have that in game at some point? But maybe they'll figure that out once we get cooler sheets for our horses.
Yes, because they did talk about, like, blankets for the horses.
Yeah, so once they figure that out, and skirt, dresses.
Because essentially what they could do is, like, you know, those half sheets that you put under your saddle for like winter riding, those drape over the back of the horse. So yeah, if we ever get those, that's just literally one step away from a skirt, you know, a bigger skirt.
Yeah,
which would be really cool.
Yeah, it would be. I'm
trying to think if there's anything. Oh, we never got a chance to talk about the Trailblazer stuff either.
Oh yeah. I'll be honest, like, I didn't get on and do the whole thing because I knew I kind of gave up close to the end simply because I didn't have time.
Yeah.
And they did say that the outfit will be in the global store later this month, so I'm like, okay, I'll get it then. So I don't mind. I have the extra star coins to spend.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think they said that all the gear and stuff that was in there would be sometime in the next 6 months. But still, it's still coming to the game. So
right. And I'm totally fine with that, but it did encourage me to get on. Mm-hmm. I did think that the rewards were pretty decent, for the time we were putting into it.
Yeah.
I will say I wasn't a fan of the tiered point system.
Same.
Where the first couple things you did when you got on, you got higher points, and then it got less and less as you went on until you got down to 20 points each.
Totally agree.
I wish they would make it to where, depending on what you do, it offered different points.
Yep.
Yep. Why didn't they make it equal to the reputation you gain, for races, for example?
Mm-hmm.
So, let's say I get, 50 reputation from Bobcats or whatever to do one of the Bobcat races. Why wouldn't they make that 50 points then? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just something for us to gauge it, because I had no idea what I was getting for what until I realized.
Not clear at all. At all. Not even a little bit. About what got you points and how many points. Because some stuff straight up did not get you any.
Right, okay, so caring for your horse. Caring for your horse.
Caring for your horse did get you points. But it only got you points after all 4 things were completed.
See, it only gave me points the first thing I did, and then the other 3 things, it wouldn't give me points for that.
Okay. Yeah, because it did it for me. It did it for me when my horse care had been completed for the day. So all the things had been done. But I wasn't paying attention to any of that at first. The first, I think, 6 quests get you 100 points each or something like that. So I thought that races got you the 100 points, and that the rest of it was kind of obviously based on importance or effort kind of. But then I started realizing that stable chores got you 100 points, and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
You're like, wait a minute, it's a tiered system.
Hi, Larry. Yeah, we're touching on the Trailblazer system. My game.
Do they have a new one yet? Or
not yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. I think they're taking the feedback from everybody and
that really got me to play every day.
It got me to play too. We were just talking about the fact that the point system wasn't clear.
Right.
Really
I was saying how I would have preferred it not have been a tiered point system, that it instead have been different things got you, races all got you the same number of points, or if they went by the reputation you earn for that race. For example, if you got 20 points reputation from the Bobcat race, that should be 20 points for the Trailblazer track.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just to give us something to gauge it by, because otherwise we didn't know until you actually paid attention. You're like, oh, wait, I'm getting less and less points the more I play, which seems counterproductive, in my opinion. If they want you to be on and play longer, why didn't they reverse it? Where, you started out low, and then you got higher.
Right.
Yeah, I think they did that primarily because the first mistake they made, they've been testing these, systems, the fireflies and everything.
Yeah.
And how people managed to get every single tier within a day because they did everything too low.
Yes.
I think if they started low and went to high, everyone would
there would be
do it in one day.
Chaos.
That's true. And okay, so in that aspect, yes, I get the tiered point system, but it was frustrating that I don't know, maybe they should have allowed it to where more of your tasks would have given you higher numbers of points before you drop down to 20 points per thing. Because once you drop down to 20 points, then I've got to do 10 races just to get 1,000 points.
You could get 1,300 points a day, and that included the 500 or whatever that you were gifted, or whatever amount that you were automatically gifted per day. Yeah. So, like, I somebody broke it down for everybody on Reddit, and I actually might have shared that in the group chat at one point.
You did.
It must be. I must have pinned it then, because I'm gonna actually like look that up. No, I didn't pin it. Okay, well.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute.
Either way, also, Larry, my game completely kicked me out. The lag is so bad that I don't think I can stream OBS and Discord and the game at the same time.
Yeah.
So I just have an image up and we're just talking.
Oh my goodness.
But I will probably just cut the talking in a little bit, and I'll switch onto my laptop so that I can like play and talk to you guys without having to worry about OBS. But yeah, like I feel like the Trailblazer track did allow me, or like did give me incentive to log on every day, and I did finish it. Towards the end, it was kind of a slog, but the first like 10 or 12 like levels was pretty easy, and the fact that I like that they did not change the amount of points that you needed per level. Like, they just kept it the same, and I hope that sticks. Because I really hate stuff that's like, okay, well, you worked this hard to get here, now you gotta work twice as hard to get to the next one.
Right.
Like, if your incentive is to give people something to do when they log on, so they log on every day, you want to make it consistent.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a repetitive thing for them, that they're like, yep, okay, I know that if I go on and I play Star Stable for 20 minutes, then I get my points. You know? I just hope that helps with their numbers in the long run, as far as like player retention and shit. I'm so tired of people every month being like, Star Stable's dying.
Yeah.
The game is dead.
Dear God, I know. Like, I was reading those, like, all the things we were talking about, people were complaining about. Reading all that, I'm like, way to take the wind out of my sails, man.
I'm gonna send you guys a video that I came across I'm gonna send it in the group chat. I did not actually watch it. I went through the comments. It might not even pop up in it's probably not even gonna pop up in my history because I didn't actually watch it. Oh shoot.
Oh no.
But I'm not gonna like say who it was by and everything, because I don't want to like roast anybody.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, I don't like the game is dying thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, also, like, when one of your biggest Star Stable creators is bitching about the quote, and this is in the thumbnail, it's not in the title of the video, but it's big in the thumbnail, wasted potential of the event.
It's only the first week.
Exactly. Like, we mentioned this earlier, where I'm like, did people not read the roadmap that they provided? Yeah. Like, we have more stuff coming. Calm down. And it's permanent, so which means we can get improvement.
They're doing this to like tens of thousands of views, like, because probably of the thumbnail that I just shared with you guys. Like, come on. Come on. Like, I guess the shitty part with that particular creator is like, I've met that person. I know that person. I like that person. Why do you do this?
It's clickbait. They want views and stuff.
I can't, and in that sense, I can't blame anybody for trying to get ahead of the YouTube algorithm, because it sucks. It really, really sucks. And that's part of why I don't do YouTube anymore. I don't like chasing the stupid algorithm, but like when that's a good source of income from you and you know you can get the views, I understand the want to do that, but like it's still so damaging to like the game in general, and the vibes are so bad when everything that gets put out for the game is negative, but then you look at the game itself and it's like, okay, the graphics are nice, the gameplay is pretty good. You know, I know they have the market cornered on horse games, you know, horse MMOs, but like,
well, okay, so, I'm
gonna see if I can find another video. That was pretty much like, yeah, I know they have the market cornered on horse games, but like, come on.
So like,
it's
okay,
not as bad as everybody says.
Okay, there's this other horse game. I know I've shared it in the group before. It was when I showed those horse designs or whatever.
Yeah.
That game to get so they have Pegasus in the game where you can you can actually fly.
Yeah.
You realize that it costs $500 for a chance to pull a Pegasus.
Yes.
And you want to talk about, and people want to talk about how expensive Star Stable is. It's like, are you kidding?
Yep.
Like in the other game started out as a mobile game, so they nickel and dime you harder than this does. In graphics wise, like it's okay.
Yeah.
But like anatomy and like the horse movements and the realistic coats, because a lot of their coats are not realistic at all, like the markings and whatnot. They can't hold a candle to Star Stable. I'm sorry.
If it's the game that I'm thinking of, I've seen some of their like their graphic style looks like it's heavily ripped off of Star Stable.
Oh, it is.
So like, there you go. Like,
right.
There's your first thing. I can't remember the name of it, but I know exactly what game you're talking about. I just can't remember the name.
Yeah, I can't remember it off the top of my head either. Because there's this one person I watch that plays different horse games, and that's one of she plays Star Stable. She also plays that one, and she even says like how outrageous it is, like because not only do you have to pay to be a special member, so like a Star Rider, not only do you have to pay for that,
like the chest or whatever it is, I'm sure
you got to pay for chances at pulls. You can't even buy specific horses you want, and you want to know how you're able to level them up is like either you bring them out and you train them and whatnot, but the training system takes a lot longer. Or you have to pull the same horse more than once. Like, so you have to have doubles and triples of the horses to get Oh,
that's really scummy. I mean, I know most mobile game stuff is scummy, but like that is particularly scummy.
And also, like, their magic horses have several different forms. Like, it's the same basic design, but each level or each mastery, they call it, gives you something more to the horse's design, whether it's like a particle element or something like that. So you don't even get the full-fledged horse right off. You know? Like, and I'm like,
yeah, that's...
It's gross. I considered it because they actually did add breeding to their game, and the way they do it, I think would be a good way for Star Stable to do it. So basically, let's say they breed a Frisian and a Shire. So the foal has a 50% chance of being either a Frisian or a Shire. And the coat color is what is combined, like genetic-wise.
Okay.
So body style is, the typical models, but the colors sometimes you can get rare colors that you can only get through breeding, and you can only discover them through breeding. So like there's a zebra coat, for example, that popped in there somehow. But that I think would be cool, but they have to pay for the breeding too, like every time, and
so I can't.
And they want to add that to Star Stable in a way where you can like purchase the markings you want, right?
Yes.
That's what they're kind of hinting at.
See, I would hope that Star Stable, and I know in one of the last game blogs, they did clarify, like, hey, we took breeding totally off the table for right now, and we're just going to do horse customization. Perfect.
Which is perfect. You don't need breeding.
Because we don't need breeding in this game.
Because that's gambling, and they're like...
Exactly.
And they're under, like, a very strict, like...
Yeah,
I forget
the target audience is children, and like I think it's more strict in European countries.
It's gambling, and which is legal in a lot of European countries. So it's like,
well, okay. So what if they made it to where it wasn't a gamble? Like, for example, if you breed where they tell you like, okay, so let's say I go to breed a black horse with a champagne or a pearl. So then they show you your options where you have the potential to get a black pearl or a pearl horse. You know what I mean? Like they lay it out for you what you can get.
That could work. But it just feels like it's kind of a unless they're going to add an element to the game like the foals app, where when you get the foal, you have to raise it for a certain amount of days. Because I could see that being a thing. I think that could be neat. You know, because I like the idea. I like that idea actually. It just without the raising the foal stuff, it feels like redundant if you're going to get the customization options like they already talk about.
Right.
So you need the full raising option.
Yeah. Well, I was going to mention with the other game that I brought up, what they do for breeding is they allow you to have the foal walk with you like a pet. And while you have the baby out with you, that's what levels it up to age up.
Okay.
Like is it being out and you interacting with it. So I think that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be a nice touch. Absolutely.
But back to the breeding real fast, as far as randomization, like coat colors, it'd be nice if they laid it out for you. But like markings would be cool if you got the random markings. Like just to add something, you get a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
But then again, might be gambling. You know what I mean?
It's so hard because I know other games have the breeding aspect in there, but they're not marketed towards kids.
Right.
Yeah,
and this is so heavily marketed towards kids. It would. I mean, I'm sure you guys remember when parents were getting mad about Animal Jam having gambling. Literally, I mean, actually, they did literally have gambling in it. So, and with Star Stable being a European game, I feel like that could. There could be some issues there.
Yeah, because I will say the whole gotcha aspect now that so many games have.
Yeah.
When a game has it, I'm just I don't want to play it because I'm just they're just give us money.
Yeah.
Give us money. You should give us money. You want this really bad, right? You should give us money. And I'm no, I don't.
I'd rather know exactly what I'm paying for in that regard, especially when you're being charged so much.
Right. Exactly. And you're paying so much to not even get a guarantee that you're and then they will put you could pull the same thing over and over and over again and there goes $100.
Right, exactly.
And it's not so I play on mobile and I've been playing it less and less, but during the pandemic I played this a lot as I have one of the it's a Disney turn-based game. And so you get your characters and you could use you either can buy chests that give you tokens or items or whatever, or you can earn those in the game. And so when they did the Onward event, which was right when the game launched, I spent $20 and I got myself some stuff in the game. And one of the things that it did was give me some chests that gave me more, potentially more tokens to level up the characters that I had just bought. But that's all that they give you. None of their packages are oh, you have to buy this package to get this character. The characters can all be earned in the game, but any of the chests that you get give you tokens to level up the character. Which are either it's either an event one that's a temporary event that will come back later. So if you don't unlock it during the 30 days of the event, it'll come back in a couple months. Or it's a character that's permanently the tokens are permanently in the game and you can get them at any time. So it's just a matter of the we talked about earlier, Ashley, the I want it now. That's what you're paying for is the I want it now. Yes. Whereas
absolutely convenient.
Whereas the breeding aspect of what could potentially what Star Stable could have potentially done what that other game, like the other game we're talking about, like what that game does is you're not paying for the I want it now. You're paying for the okay, there's a 1 in 1,000 chance that you're going to get this coat color if you pay $60. Like,
right,
not worth it.
No.
So like, and
you
one
get
thing
more
too,
out of it going to an actual casino and spending $1 on a slot machine.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
so like, so okay, so even if you pay for like, so when I say like it's like it's more like $300 for the Pegasus or whatever, and that's only for a 20% chance in the pull that you will even get a Pegasus. Like otherwise, you just get a random magic horse.
Yeah,
but yeah, there are people that have paid for that like several times over and not pulled a Pegasus. There are people that like the girl I watched, she got lucky and she got 2 Pegasus in the same pull.
God.
Yeah,
she got lucky because actually no, it's like so it's $300 for 10 pulls basically.
Oh my god.
But still,
who has money like that?
I know, right? That's too much money. Like, and again, and she even brought up Briar horses too. It was funny because she sells them in her own store. She's a Briar vendor.
Oh, okay,
and she's like, you can pay $50 for a model horse that you can actually physically hold.
Yes.
Like, but you're spending like $300 on something. It's a digital horse. She was saying about the game. She's like, guys, don't spend money if you don't have it.
In a mobile game.
Yes, well, it was a mobile game, but it's on PC now too. Okay. But like, still, she's like, if the servers go down or your computer dies, it's all gone. Yep. You can't keep it. Yep. All that money you just spent is gone.
Yeah. That's the insanity of it.
Yeah.
But for Star Stable to have, like, okay, and again, in compared to that game, better graphics, cheaper clothes, horses, everything, like, and the horses are better, like, more realistic coats. They actually lean more towards realism. Their magic horses come as is. You don't have to level them up to get special things added to their coats.
Exactly. Like can you imagine if Star Stable put in a feature, and I know they put in the leveling the horse feature, where like you have to get to level 2 to unlock the fast gallop. You know, like, oh my god, people were just outraged. Can you imagine if they were like, well, you know, the bond between you and your magic horse has to be at this level for you to unlock the magic coat.
Oh my god.
That would be
the
a
world
riot.
would end. It would be World War III.
Absolutely.
It would be bad. It'd be so
Yet
bad.
it'd still be better than the OG system where, like, they won't be magical if you go to towns, but they'll be magical in the places that you're never at. So, it's better than that.
That would be something that I'd be personally okay with. Like, okay, I need to get my horse to level 5 to unlock the magic coat. So what?
Right, that would be fair.
So what?
Yeah, that'd be fair.
That means that in the context of the game, that my horse at that point trusts me enough that it will reveal itself to me, you know, forever.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yes.
Like
that would be so cool. And honestly, when we get to that point, it would be so cool if our character had a reaction like, oh my gosh,
like,
wow,
oh my God,
this is what you really look like.
Right.
And like, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because
like, hello, all you role players, isn't that what you want?
Right. Well, also because like that's one thing I will admit I miss about the magic horses is I kind of miss the aspect of when you were away from civilization, your horse's magic coat would appear, and when you got close to town, they'd go back to their normal coat because they were trying to remain hidden. That
was fun. I will admit that shit was fun, but it also got really annoying because like we all take pictures. We all want to be able to take pictures wherever we want and have our magic horse, toggle on and off. And that was not a thing back then. And I don't know if that's something that, like, they, with whatever new system they have for that kind of thing, I don't know if that's an option. And I bet that so many people, like, straight up don't care or don't know about the fact that they used to do that now. That, like, that's probably not a concern. But but that was a neat aspect, and that's probably one of the only things I miss about Old Star Stable. But I also know that if I had to play that game, like if I had to play it again and ride around on a magic horse for a week, I'd want it turned back off.
Like, okay, it'd be cool if they brought it back, but let you toggle a feature on your own.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
like
this is a thing that you can toggle on and off. Otherwise, you can just turn the horse code on and off.
Honestly, Emma, though, what you mentioned about, like, if we get to a certain level, bond with our horse, and then it reveals the magic code, I would so be down for that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, shit, what is it? It's level 7 is the special animation?
Right.
That's nothing. Like, that's fine. If we gotta wait that long for, which it's not even that long for some people, because you can either pay to get your horse leveled up, or like certain races are like,
or the hack people are doing.
Hack. I don't know what it is, but I've heard of it.
Would you like me to tell you? I did it for Neon. Because she wanted to see if it was real.
Oh god.
So if you have you know, that like double or like that like 1,000 horse XP little jar.
Okay.
Or even the small jar. And you group with your friends. That jar goes to 3 times the amount. So you actually get 3,000 horse experience. So people, what they would do is this isn't like when it was this you know, this trailblazer, and you'd get a lot of them. You would get a few. Everyone would gather at Steve's and be like, who needs to be in a group? And then they get in a group and then just spam those, and everyone would get their horses up like 10 levels.
Awesome. But actually, that's not a glitch.
No, it's not a glitch, but that's what they're calling it. But I'm like, it's not a glitch. That's them
they did
telling you to
explicitly say, and I think it's in the description for the items, and I completely, and this is on me for forgetting that this is a thing. But it's true. It's not a glitch. It's a legitimate thing. So I have several of those jars of wisdom now. So the next time we get so for when Halloween, when we've all got our new horses, we should do that and then go on the trail ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do explicitly state in there that if your friends are around, you will get you will get more XP. But I mean, I don't play with you. Like, I don't play with you guys often enough, like outside of Wednesday nights, to be like, oh yeah, we're all on at the same time randomly. What a coinky dink! Let's meet up and like do the jar of wisdom thing. So to see what it does. Like, no.
I was with Neon, and like I was like, this is a thing, and she was like, what? And I was like, come here. I had like one, and she's like, whoa, or she used hers, and she was like, what? Whoa, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy.
Oh man.
But I don't know if it's like something that I would personally. I'm like, of course we can try it, and it does work.
I want to try it.
In Halloween.
I want to try it, but I don't think it's something that I would do consistently. But like, I want to see what it does. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Basically, you get, instead of 1,000, you get 3,000.
That's so great.
Which is the total level, pretty much.
Well, then, I don't know if you guys have it unlocked, but I unlocked the thing where you can turn in 2,000 light every day for 2,500 horse XP.
I think I'm still building up the plant one. I've been super lazy.
That was
with the light.
So when I did that, I did it strategically. Like, I found somebody on Facebook that was like, hey, this is what I did to make the most out of my light. And I was like, okay, like, I'll see. I'll see what it does. And yeah, like, they aren't kidding. Like, it went by really fast. I didn't use all my stuff right away. So like, I went back and I finished out some tiers, and there's stuff that I still don't feel the need to go and buy it, because like, why? But I still haven't unlocked the spider pets or whatever for the plant horse.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't care. I don't want them. I'm not going to waste light when I could use it for horse XP. You know. Yeah. But I'm gonna go grab a snack, and I'm gonna get on my laptop. I'm gonna go get. I still have clothes on too. I normally stream in my pajamas. Not today. So I'll switch on my phone for a little bit so I can talk to you guys, and then I'll hop on my laptop and see if it'll actually let me in to play if I'm not streaming. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally fair.
All right. So we should be back next week for stream because they'll add more stuff to the medieval thing, but it's probably only going to be a short one again because, I mean, I don't think they're going to add too much.
Yeah, it's paddock props and coat variations, I think.
Yeah.
For next week.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So good night, everybody. Good night, stream.